Hello, I'm going to introduce you to the best opportunity available today, both for investing in an artificial intelligence service that gives us great peace of mind and excellent returns. And not only that, but also for those of us who like to expand business models through the internet, this is without a doubt the best current opportunity in the entire digital market. Let me introduce you to Bitradex, which is an exchange, a crypto bank, a digital bank. It is the evolution of traditional banking, and it has already been around for more than 4 years. The concept comes from Asia, and now we are in the midst of expanding into Latin America, Europe, and the United States. It is an exchange that has its own free app, which you can download from the App Store or Google Play. It has a very well-known, highly prestigious global brand ambassador who is David Villa. David Villa has recently joined as the new signing, the new acquisition of the exchange, just as Cristiano Ronaldo was once with Binance and Lionel Messi with Bitget. Currently, these exchanges are in the top 10 in the world. Well, Bitradex has just formed a very powerful alliance because David Villa, who has more than 6.5 million followers on his verified X.com profile, made the announcement just a few days ago. This is truly impressive in terms of brand image and reputation. In fact, he is one of the players with the best reputation in the entire international market. You will also see now on coinmarketcap.com, which is an external website where you can view the main cryptocurrencies on the market, their prices, and the exchanges. Let's go there to see it in real time to check how this exchange, Bitradex, is positioned worldwide. Binance is number 1. Here you will see that there are hundreds and hundreds of exchanges or crypto banks. In fact, there are more than 955. Up here it comes. And I've always seen it in the top 100 since we started just a few months ago, and currently it has been climbing positions and is now in 62nd place. It has already surpassed very old exchanges like Bitso, which is Mexican and a benchmark in Latin America. Look, Bitso was founded in 2014, it has more than 12 years, and today it's moving over $44 million in spot trading in the last 24 hours. And notice how interesting it is that this exchange is moving over $500 million in spot trading in the last 24 hours. Alright? In just 4 years, it's already moving very strong daily volumes. And not only that, if we go a bit further down here to perpetuals, or what is the futures or derivatives market, we see that today it's moving over $1.2 billion. That is more than 1.2 billion with a B US dollars. Adding up both spot and futures, today it's moving close to $2 billion. And this figure is very important because the more volume an exchange moves, the more profitable, sustainable, and long-lasting it will be over time, since they live off the fees. Exchanges make their living from users buying, selling, and trading in both spot and futures markets. Well, another very important point is that for a few days now it has been official, and this is public and audited, that they have more than $185 million in assets as treasury, as equity. And where do they keep it? Mainly in 3 assets. 38% of their portfolio is in Bitcoin, and between 46 and 14% is held in stablecoins, USDT and USDC. We can see the wallets here. You can go to the Bitcoin, Tron, or Ethereum blockchain to actually see this. All of this has already been explained in recorded trainings, where you can see all that traceability and transparency, and that they have a very, very, very large financial cushion, which gives us a lot of peace of mind. Now let's look at Certic, which is the main auditor, the number 1, the leader in the crypto and blockchain world. There is a leadership ranking of exchanges in addition to the one I already showed you from CoinMarketCap. Here we also see Binance leading. And we can see that Bitradex has also been climbing and is now in position number 33. In just 4 years, it has already surpassed exchanges like Poloniex, which is one of the oldest with 13 years. It has surpassed Coinex with 8 years, and it has surpassed KuCoin, which also has 8 years and is very famous, yet it has been surpassed. It is a Class A bank, meaning top level, first category according to Certic, the auditor. 82.34 out of 100 as a score, very high. And it has a projection that has been shared with us to be in the top 10 exchanges worldwide in the next 3, 4, or 5 years. If you notice, it is the youngest among all those ranked above, which have 7, 8, 12, 13, or 15 years. Binance is 9 years old. By the way, Binance in 9 years has more than 320 million users with the potential to reach 1, 2, or even 3 billion users in the coming years. Because the crypto world is advancing more every day, it is evolving, and there is a massive adoption happening progressively as institutions, whales, investment funds, governments, and banks are already getting involved. So we are truly in the right sector, in a highly scalable business model. And to give you a fact, Bitradex has 2.2 million users in 4 years. Compared to Binance, which is an elephant, Bitradex is still an ant, but it has the potential to reach tens or even, why not, hundreds of millions of users in the coming years. You will see the audit, just a quick overview, which shows that the security, cybersecurity, and the application itself are all rated very highly. It has a domain that expires in 2034, showing a long-term vision. It is also registered in London, United Kingdom, and has a registration with FinCEN, MSB for the United States, and new regulations are on the way. And you should also know that in September of this year, 2026, as I'm recording this, they will be opening offices in Malta. They already have offices in Singapore, in Asia, and now there is a leadership event in Malta to introduce the new offices. Alright, before talking about the entire ecosystem of products and services that the exchange offers, let me tell you that Binance already mentioned Bitradex last year, 2025. And before I show you an incredible product we have, Binance, years ago in 2021, this information is public, had a service that offered up to 500% annual returns. Crazy, right? Nowadays, Binance only offers ultra-conservative services, but these kinds of strategies are used by some exchanges to position their brand. So, Bitradex has a service that I'm going to talk about now, but first you should know that you can register on the exchange completely free of charge. You can buy crypto with a debit or credit card, with Visa or MasterCard. You can trade or exchange between more than 200 pairs of crypto assets both in spot and futures. And they also have a crypto card, both virtual and physical, MasterCard and Visa. You can participate in prediction markets, Bitradex Capital, and futures. The flagship service called AIBot was launched in 2025. This service, which is automated trading with artificial intelligence, first I'm going to tell you what it is not. It's not copy trading, it's not an outsourced service, but rather it's native to the exchange, developed by them. There's no need to pay memberships, monthly fees, licenses, subscriptions, nothing. The service itself is free, and it has 5 different modes, which I'm going to share with you. With AI Daily, you can invest as little as $50 to try out the service, and it will generate a return of up to 6% per month. They pay you every day. For example, with $1,000, you'd earn $2 in daily profit, which you can withdraw every day. There's no minimum withdrawal amount. And the good thing about this daily mode is that your capital is available to withdraw at any time, and you won't be charged any fees, penalties, or anything for withdrawing your capital. You can deposit in USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana and keep your asset without it being converted to USDT. I repeat, you can withdraw your profits daily, and your capital is also available, which means you have immediate liquidity. There are 4 other options, which I'll explain better in a PDF, and in these 4 fixed-term custody options, you can deposit starting from $100. If you choose to lock your capital for 30 days, it will generate a 7.5% monthly return, paid daily, and you can withdraw your earnings daily. The capital, however, is only released after 30 days. If you invest capital for 90 days, with your capital locked for 3 months, it will generate 9% monthly. Again, the earnings can be withdrawn every day. If you make a deposit for 180 days, 6 months, it yields 10.5% monthly. And for the vast majority who choose 1 year, 360 days, it will generate 12% monthly, which is 0.4% daily. You can withdraw, I repeat, your earnings every day, and the capital is released when the custody period ends. Here, for example, I'm going to show you an account that has a little over $50,000. Let's go here to my orders. This was the last one that was opened 14 days ago. We're going to look at it here in detail. And you can actually see all the orders in Bitcoin against USDT. The AI algorithm operates automatically. Remember, you don't need to have any experience. Bitcoin, USDT, and Ethereum against USDT. Futures or perpetual market. It operates both short and long positions. The ones you see in blue are positive, 1 trades. You'll also see some in red, which are losses, right? But there are always more wins than losses. The algorithm has an effectiveness of about 7 or 8 trades out of 10, 70 to 80% effectiveness, which makes it extremely efficient. Remember that trading with AI, compared to manual trading by humans, means there are no emotions involved, no feelings, and the algorithm is very efficient. In addition to that, the exchange has a reserve fund that started last year at $10 million and today is already over $250 million because all surplus profits go into a fund pool to protect against days that aren't as profitable, which also gives us a great deal of peace of mind. And up to this point, I've basically presented to you what Bitradex is, and you should know there's one last part. This part is optional and is offered by the main exchanges like Binance and Bybit. It's a friends plan or a referral program. You can invite people, they register for free on the exchange, and by purchasing different products and services, for example with ABOT, when people become clients, you will be able to earn residual commissions based on the profits from your client portfolio, and these commissions are very attractive. We're talking about the fact that here, in just a few months, we already have people in the community who are earning several $100s a day, and there are already several members in our community who are making several $1,000s a day in residual income. It's a very powerful, highly scalable project. We are beginning the expansion throughout Europe, Latin America, and the United States. Remember that you can be a good client, put some money to work, but if you like the idea of being able to expand this by working from home or from anywhere in the world with just an internet connection, we have a system, daily conferences, and we will support you. So get in touch right now with the person who invited you. If you want to learn more about this expansion plan, ask the person who invited you for more information. I wish you the greatest success. Eduardo Tain, until next time.